Hello, everyone. Oh, lights off. There we go. Hello, everyone. We've got Agricola today with Kimball, Malingo, and Agrippina. EIK WM France G4 G5 game. Soon, yes, very soon. Oh, my chat box is over here because that's where I put it for 7 Wonders yesterday. That's better. How are y'all doing? Lord of the Manor is a game I have not played recently at all. Very glad to see this card here. I'm going to keep the music on today. I've been doing it on the 7 Wonders streams, and it's been really fun. So, going to do that. And then Stone Curator, Zipper Maker, Wood Deliveryman on the rebound, maybe the best Parquet setter. I would probably take over Resource Seller. Hey, Blowpole, thanks. Plow Driver, very tempting. I mean, it's just the best card here. I mean, I think Gluten-Free Baker has pretty high potential. G4, G5 is where vegetables really got inflated compared to the base sets. So Gluten-Free Baker is potentially destructive with the right support. Does Harvest Helper activate on permaculturist fields? I think it should. Good Friend, Miller, Well Builder, Gluten-Free Baker are all fine wheels here. Good Friend could be triggerable with Resource Seller, or vice versa. Maybe. Something to keep an eye on, I guess. Constable. Well, I think me and Kimball are the two most experienced players on the site here, in terms of games played on Play Agricola. And the Play Agricola meta for, like, Constable, or the 4 wood cards in general, is that don't let other people know about them. And I think that's generally correct. So, I'll pass Scrounger along, because I have to pass at least one of them. But Constable is something I'd really like Kimball to not know about. One of the things I've been enjoying most about my Agricola games off-stream is that I have music going in the background, but maybe this will change that for me. What's really weird is I find this genre of music actually helps me focus a lot. I'll see if I can bring any of that to this stream game. This is the first Agricola stream with music. I've had it on for my 2 7 Wonders streams in the last couple weeks. And I've really liked it for that, because 7 Wonders is more of like a quick casual game. Power Draft? Not necessarily. Gardener is the pick here, because of passing Gluten Baker, and really guarantees a Lord category, I think, way better than all the other stuff. Storehouse Keeper is fun, and I do want a lot of early Reedstone food to get to a stone house fast, but... If I can get gluten-free baker here on the rebound, that would be fantastic. I have my doubts. Agrippina mentioned in the pregame chat that they're less familiar with G4, G5, but they seem like a perfectly fast player, so aside from the draft, we should not be held up. Unless, I guess, one of the G4, G5 cards is, like, game warping in some sense. So I'm very happy to just wait a tiny bit extra in the draft here. Nope. Hey, Fofo. Parquet Setter would give me wood on Plow Driver, guaranteed. Resource Cellar takes a long time to activate if I'm going on a 3-room house, so I'm probably not going to pick it. William had a tough day yesterday. I saw the games record. William had a 0-win Wednesday. Didn't keep playing until like 10 games or something to get 2 wins. Terrible. I'm kidding. Wood Deliveryman or Parquet Setter, they kind of do the same thing. I already have like 2 mid-game Ox, Plow Drive and Gardener, so maybe I take Parquet Setter. Actually, no, I'll take Wood Deliveryman. More guaranteed wood, I think. No food potential, but I can just play this one early. Oh, and I misremembered when Gluten Baker was happening. So I don't have a veg source yet, but definitely have my eyes out. Stonebreaker could have been okay. Harvest Helper could have been okay. Right, Gray did win all of those, right? Brushmaker, I mean, this is kind of a nothing pack. This might actually be Amazon. Alright, I'm gonna skip this. There's only 20 seconds left in this song. Okay. It's getting kind of funky. Yeah, I don't have grain for Corn Profiteer. I'd like to max my boar for Brushmaker, and I'm gonna be eating vegetables, hopefully. So I guess it's Amazon, because I'm just not playing this card. Alright, so here I could take Wine Closet for the veg, but I don't think so. Alms Basket is too early to first pick, but I don't have any Ox I need to play early. Super Mario. So I'm inclined to pick Chicken Coop or Stone Chimney here. Probably Stone Chimney. And looking to wheel Alms Basket. Though Chicken Coop, Boundary Stones, Bathroom. Maybe I take Wine Closet ahead of Bathroom. I don't need Seal, even though it's a fine card compared to some things in this pack. So Boundary and Chicken Coop are probably taken, but... the reasoning for Stone Chimney is that I kind of want to buy the ovens for the bake actions after playing Gluten-Free Baker. Is that right? Maybe not. I should have some kind of food source. Probably... Well, I don't need a hearth if I'm gluten baking. Let's see how early I can get a veggie down. I would really love something that gives me... Like, a greenhouse. I would play Constable and start player greenhouse in round 1. Just to get veg early, if I have greenhouse, for example. Chicken Coop is fine. Why I didn't like it as much is that it costs room parts. And with a plow driver and a lean game plan, I'm really going for first room and grow here with no ox. And I think really prioritizing that above playing ox and getting cards set up, or even preparing for Chicken Coop with your first growth even, potentially delays you too much, in my opinion. Yes. And if you rarely, and this doesn't go for just you, but if you rarely, like everyone, if you rarely go for no-ock first room strats, you should try them. Especially if you find a no-ock miner that means anything. It can be very powerful to just take some food, take some wood, take some reed, build a room early, and just have that advantage over everyone. Now there's a lot of grain in this pack, which I think I like to see, because I didn't have a grain source yet. Harvest Helper can kill Cash Crop. That's really funny. Spare fence posts is interesting to note. There's a bit of extra wood this game. So we saw Permaculturist, and Kimball is sometimes known as Clown Ball. I don't think, like... Do I take one of these for security? Because my current thought is take Fruitcake. But maybe I'm supposed to just take... Well, no, I'd honestly rather have Corn Scoop if I'm going no ox, right? And I'm not going to need the food from Fruitcake, as nice as Fruitcake is. The 2-ock prereq on Grain card is really annoying, but also really good for... This card is amazing for a Permaculturist. Oh, you're right, Rilo. I forgot to drag this in. It's just interior design. Oh, and you're right about Gardener with Cash Crop. That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, you're totally right, Blowpole. I was just thinking that this card has a lot less value for everyone else this game, but yeah. You gave me the right excuse, which is any excuse, to take the top-rated card in that pack. Boarding School. Ceramics is interesting. Partially because it means that, what was I saying? Ceramics means that someone else is going for ovens if I pass it along, and there is grain in this draft. I think, well, 3 of these are quite reasonable as a wheel pick. But boarding school is so much better. And in a 3-room game, it can be, I would even suggest game winning. Planter box with Lord of the Manor is great. Pay 1 wood to bake bread. I'm gonna say that this combos. Yeah, this gives you a bake action. This wants a bake action to trigger. So I could clown pick baguette, or I could take planter box. What makes working gloves good? It's not the if you have 0 ox you get a food. It's the fact that if you are kind of struggling with food tempo but need to get out ox, you can like use that extra clay or 2 that you picked up when you took 6 clay because it was 6 clay. So it's like free. Well, and it also means you don't have to rush your ox. If you would typically want the free ox spot, you don't have to go for it as tough, as intensely. Yeah, flexibility basically, and it's free. Free miners are good. Alright, this is a decision. All 3 of these are actually very reasonable. Good morning, Marushka. I don't know, Rilo, is it not an alms basket game? It's not an alms basket game. I'm gonna take Wine Closet, though. I don't want to spend an action on a veg. It is also a Boundary Stones game, like, wait, no, it's not. Planter Box Cash Crop means that I don't actually want to be doing Boundary Stones. It actually could have. Anyway, Fruitcake wheeled somehow. I take Corn Scoop here, very clearly, to me. I don't have a grain source. So what's the general focus here? Yes, early room with boarding school. Gardener, wood deliveryman as the first 2 likely ox. Keep Constable Surprise. Play Wine Closet early, get a veg zone like onto a planter box space. Maybe plow 1 or 2 without plow driver to get that first veg in the ground and repeating. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of flexibility in when I play my cards. The only one that's not flexible really is boarding school. Alk Lab here. I am starting 4th. Yeah, and I think flexibility is often undervalued, but we have that in spades here. So Kimball is either... well, Kimball probably didn't take Alms Basket. There's no real reason to when you have Permaculturist Grain Cart. You might think it's bold that I'm calling Permaculturist Grain Cart, but have you played with Kimball? So I see we're picking up some viewers here. Let me know your thoughts on the music, if it's distracting, if it's good, if you prefer some other genre. Happy to hear your opinions. This is my preferred focus music during games, is this dance or electronic style. So Malingo takes Reedstone Food, and we'll see if Agrippina gives us 3 wood or Expensive Ock. Expensive Ock is going to be Constable, but thankfully we don't have to share that surprise yet. Constable Lord of the Manor is in some ways not very synchronized, because you want to do everything but also max everything. Lower volume a little, yeah. Does that help? Two clay would be really cool for Wine Closet. Otherwise, getting a first plow in would be fine, but no. Kimball took 2+1 wood, very unsurprisingly. Storehouse Keeper is probably fine with 2 clay, meaning I have to start if I don't get 2 clay. Could do boarding school, could do corn scoop. Okay, good. What's funny is that on my mixer here, I'm already like minus 80% before you asked to turn the volume down, so now I'm at minus 90%. Well, more specifically, minus 45 decibels. I really don't know how my computer interprets the audio here. It's very early to declare boarding school, but I don't want to waste the wood on corn scoop and still have to play boarding school. Boarding school is such a good fit for me with these mid-game ocks. So Reedstone Food still probably better. JP wanted clown stuff somewhere, or is he just watching? I could just sing to you. I will decline. Alright, so I'll get Expensive Ock to read. That I'm absolutely not going to do. No, I am not going to sing. So what makes boarding school so good? What it's so good is JP is how you can mess with the growth queue. So basically you like fake grow, and then you actually grow, and then you get a growth without room 3 rounds later. This chat is great. Yeah, sure, I'll just reveal all my secrets. Kimball not going for a constable game. The Agricola card tracker works for every spot except the last played card box. Oh, that's too bad. It is enlarged, so hopefully that helps, but Wow, Kimball's already asserting he won't get it. Muddy Bog, that's fantastic with Resource Cellar. So Kimball gets a clay plus clay. He's going to take Reedstone Food plus Reed, and then next round he's going to get clay plus clay again. And then if he can manage to snag Reedstone Food a second time, he'll get all 3 clay with Muddy Bog doubled. Yeah, they are 2 separate things, basically. So we have Sheep second and Major last, which is interesting. Alright, so my quest for room parts is going fine. I do need to take food first action here. With Plow Driver in hand and Planter Box, this is one of those situations where I'm going to build my 3rd room right here and not build a 4th. Everyone saw Planter Box too, so... Malingo takes 3 wood, fighting me for that first room. I guess everyone's fighting for it pretty hard here. I'll have to be really efficient if I don't get that first room. My likelihood of getting Reedstone Food a lot is pretty low with a Storehouse Keeper right in front of me. I don't have a good start player action without clay. I could take 4 clay, but I mean, Kimball starting with the well is so good. Gives him enough food after he takes Reedstone Food. It clears everything off. Oh, Agrippina's playing start player. That's handy with a Matic. It's going to have a decision between Fireplace and Reedstone Food Clay Grain. I should take 4 clay or 3 food. 3 food would make playing an Ock rather comfortable. So this is a kind of situation where 3 food gets undervalued by a lot of players, and my warning to you all is don't undervalue 3 food in round 3. The food going away means that I'm more likely to get a very good action with my first action now that Agrippina's start. So that's either the Reedstone Food that Agrippina's not going to get anymore, or Fireplace. Or maybe 4 wood. It really depends on what Agrippina does here. Honestly, Day Labor is not the worst move for Agrippina in this spot. Also, a food-providing Ock is just fantastic. At the end of the day, yes, that is correct. Okay, and Agrippina goes with a Fence Deliveryman. This is the best round to play it, if possible. This does mean that I'm getting Reedstone Food next round. So I should take the 2 wood. Alternatively, I could Ock Wood Deliveryman. Alternatively, I could Plow. Alternatively, I could take 3 clay so I'm ready for Wine Closet. That comes with a question mark. Big question mark on that one. 2 wood prevents Kimball from getting 4 and ensures I get first room. So that's probably the play. I need this wood eventually. Most immediate need is probably the wood for Wine Closet. Is anyone ever ready for wine closet? I mean, come on, Rilo. Have some faith. Oh no. I guessed wrong. Agrippina is going for clay oven, but Kimball taking the fireplace is such a slam dunk here. In my opinion, I mean, 3 clay was just a bad number for me, because I'd try to reno my 3-room house with a fireplace that's 5, and then wine closet is 7. So I guess I could have gone for 3 clay and then 4 clay, but Kimball, I guess, has alternate needs. Starts with well. I do need to build a room because Kimball can... Well, it depends if 3 wood gets taken. Did I pass any well upgrades? I don't think so, but... It seems like Kimball might have picked up something. Though, in front of Planter Box, picking it a well upgrade in front of Planter Box doesn't make a ton of sense. Whoa. That changes things. I don't have to build a room. Unless, well, that's if, well, no, I can take 3 wood. Oh, that's not true. Kimball can play Scrounger. Malingo needs an oven. Okay. Forgot about Scrounger. It was in the Constable pack. Wheel Builder wasn't. Resource Seller. I passed twice. Okay, so Kimball has Scrounger, which means I can't block... Malingo getting frisky. Was he frisky, or were they frisky last time? I don't remember. I can't really not row first. Yeah, Kimball playing Scrounger here and then getting 6 wood if Malingo doesn't take 3. I see. Well, this song is something extra. Yes, this is the best spot for my room with a planter box and plow driver, I do believe. Oh, and Chris is the best. Chris coming through 2 games in a row. Give it up for Chris. I'm plowing 6. Kimball is not requesting a change for some reason. So Kimball's doing the incorrect move on purpose. It's a weird song, but at least it's happy. Alright, so Corn Scoop and Cash Crop on the start player grow. Start player is my first priority here. So as long as I can figure out the feeding plan relatively soon, this should be a clean game for me. Hopefully I get 6 clay next round. I can also get greedy. One sec. Something happened to my using of the playlist here. Let's try this. So Kimball builds... Oh, yes. Oh, everyone in my chat. Yeah, so not start player in case Malingo or Agrippina want to. Because we have established that we're not completely sure what these players are up to. So that's generally my rule of thumb. If I can't predict, then get greedy. Or incredibly non-greedy. So, Peep and 2 Ox in round 8. And then nothing here. Kimball can just take 6 wood here. I do appreciate everyone in chat and Kimball reminding me. Yeah, gangbusters indeed. Kimball just takes start player with Seedle. So, hoping for 6 clay. Agrippina very possibly gets 6 wood here. I think Agrippina should have taken sheep last round. Waiting this long on the sheep really is tough on tempo. So... I don't know. Wood deliveryman, plow driver? That's probably the right play. We'll see how much wood I pick up this round and next round. Gardener and Gluten Baker can be played separately. I think I take 6 clay over 4 wood. pretty surely. But I should take one of those two. I do need a 4 food action next round, which is still okay given that Agrippina needs to take the sheep. We'll see what this oven really is for with Malingo, but not baking something is tough. I should have plenty of time to take 4 wood when, more wood when I have 4 people. That's what I'm trying to say. But I can't let that clay run away. So Agrippina has a room. I don't think I'm getting a sheep steal, but I am going to take 4 food first action. I think. No reason to risk. Especially with Kimball removing the 5 wood action for next round. Also, I have a corn scoop in case of major emergency, which is actually kind of nice. And I can play Wine Closet now. Planter Box and Alk Lab will be available starting round 8. Alright, and Agrippina grabs the sheep, and has a 3rd room. Alright, he's having it. Okay. As the games have been in the last week, I think, everything's gone luckily and smoothly, and I'm in Chris's good graces. So 4 food, reedstone. Ooh, Malingo starts alms. And Agrippina can't stable block. So the alms basket is coming there. Wow. Did I miss alms? I think I saw alms and it was like, I'll forget about alms when I see alms basket. Yeah. That's really too bad. My brain was not completely on. I mean, I have a good game plan with these miners. I think what I've played so far makes so much sense. It's really strong. I think I'm in a great spot, but, not all mental connections were made, it seems like. Anyway, Reno Wine Closet is fine. As the last action. Kimball goes fishing. I don't expect to get Reedstone here, actually. If I do, I can consider playing Wood Deliveryman now and then Plow Driver Gardener. Reedstone food would be really great for me. It's just too bad that I'm probably not getting it here. Agrippina probably gets 6 wood next action. Unless I police it. And I just don't have a big reason to police it. Except for that wood is good. And if I play Wood Deliveryman Gardener, then Plow Driver's still a surprise. Alright, we'll go with that. If there was more clay, which, I mean, we know is not the case, I would consider buying a cookery here. The wine closet cost is incorrect. And 2 ox. Yeah, just kind of something I noticed accidentally. Alright, food is still an issue. By taking 3 wood, we kind of reedstone food blocked ourselves. Yep, growth with alms basket for 3 grain. Seems good. I don't know if racing for the clay oven was that great. I do think what Kimball was saying in game chat makes more sense when you take the hearth and just, you know, bake the grain for 3 later if you need. Yeah, I know. I need 8 food. I might just take another veg here. Take 4 clay into hearth. Oh wow, animal breeder for Agricola. Grab this. I probably just play Plow Driver next round. Kimball plays Manufacturer. Okay. Probably has Sawmill. Oh, and Seal is a great combo with Resource Collector too, so Bog was like no big rush. Good stuff from Kimball. I'm not gonna worry about the 4 stables unless it seems like a very late game action, but I am gonna try to get my fences up by stage 4. As KLJ suggests, feeding is definitely a big issue here. One of the clay grabs with stone and Reno with a hearth is going to be amazing if I can pull it off. Imagine if one of my first 2 picks was Farm Steward, though. Yeesh. Giving up on gluten-free baker? Oh, no, not at all. I just think that the timing of gluten bake should be a lot later than most people play it. Unless you have the God vegetable engine, no reason to convert them too early. as players get better at Agricola, they realize that grain is best sown before baking, and what's worse about vegetables is that they sow at a worse rate. So, just be very aware of how many veg you're spending. Surprised I didn't go 2-stone stone oven. Yeah, I think if I get a veg here, I'll be fine. And I have so many actions now. And I can also take 2 grain. Kimball's the only one who might take the grain action, but if Kimball has grain cart, then no need. Kimball renos with pottery for cheaper and starts with joinery for cheaper. I don't think I can wood police that. And then has the 4 reed spot coming in. Malingo's very possibly buying stone oven. And I do have gluten-free as an out if I need it. This threatens so bake a little. Wood police on break, so the food police hopefully go on break. Yeesh. Malingo's playing Remodeler, so I'm actually not going to get a Reno off. That means my food timing is going to be a lot easier, and I don't have to stress about playing Plow Driver immediately. It's not perfect. Yeah, Gardener Cash, noticed by... Sorry, I forgot who noticed it specifically. Blowpole did. Why plow there with planter box? Because I don't have it down yet, so I might as well use the spaces that I can sew on the efficient spaces later still. Malingo is so obviously doing Reno Stone Oven on the next move that I can't do anything about it, so I just get my hearth here. There is a possibility Malingo goes for, like, Sobake with one of the moves. Kimball gets the 4 read. I might be able to sow a grain and 2 veg. And I think that will be my try. Well, Blowpole, I think it will, given that I want to be gluten baking more. Hearth is such a safer option compared to the other things. Oh, didn't buy stone oven, huh? Meaning they're certainly so baking. Oh, why can't I predict any of this? Oh, this is so frustrating. I mean, always get a hearth is pretty true. Alright, so I'll make Malingo suffer a little for not, I have the time. I can take 3 food, 3 food. I'd really like to not, but... Start player baguette for Malingo. It's a good time to break that out. Alright, Alright, are we going to be finally set up at the end of this round, at the end of next round? This is why the hearth is good, because if I get into feeding trouble like I am right now, I have just this really lame like set of 3 food actions I can keep taking. Two grain into 10. Alright, so now things are a bit more settled. I do really need Reedstone food. We'll see if Malingo first actions it. Goes for Zipper Maker, which also makes sense. Agricola is either taking 4 wood or taking the 5 clay to Reno into the hearth, I would expect. Kimball's probably just going to start with the Basket Maker's Workshop. Kimball's in a really good spot with Manufacturer. Hey, AQ. Can I help you? You show. Can you trigger Animal Dealer? Oh. Two different answers. Huh. Anyway, can you trigger Animal dealer with real estate agent. Yeah. So Agrippina actually goes for a stone oven here, meaning I have Reno tempo, which is really what I wanted this round. Everything else is secondary right now. Four wood, plow. I mean, giving Kimball 4 wood here is really nice, but he goes for the Basket Maker's Workshop, which is, of course, quite reasonable. Malingo's gonna grow and X. X is probably plow. Alright, and the 4 wood gets taken, so I can just play Plow Driver here, I think. With Reno uncontested, and maybe just take Grain last action. A bit underwhelming. But there ended up being a lot of value in not showing Plow Driver, I think, with the potential for so many people to choose Reno options. Malingo plays Grain Cart. I think having both of these is overkill. I think choosing one is enough. It's a matter of just getting it sown. There are 2 6 food actions next round. If, well, I don't think Kimball can do anything about it unless Kimball fences, but fencing's quite a good move here. Fencing 10, building a room. I do have my Scrounger read already, so that's fun. Ooh, and we're gonna have Agrippina fencing here. I think it makes sense. Get 2 animal breeding types. So Stone Chimney is going to be worth 2 points, but I can play that later. I don't need to play Alk Lab yet. Interesting. I was thinking to myself, that is more than you want anyway. I probably had an advantage in the draft of just sitting behind the less experienced players, especially Agrippina not knowing G4, G5 as much. Agrippina has good cards there, and I drafted mostly EIK stuff, so I mean, it's possible it didn't matter. It's possible that Agrippina overvalued one or two G4, G5 things. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where I go here. Yeah, I waited till last move when Kimball was out of actions to take the 3 wood. Oh, Malingo gets Zipper Maker online in a big way here. Agrippina gets the 3 sheep and I get the 2 boar. This works well for Agrippina, I think. No, Agrippina is choosing plow instead. I think that's probably a mistake. My goal here is to feed without the veggies so that I can, you know, start gluten baking them soon. I still do need to take another veg. That's why that sow is like really not great timing for me. Or one of the reasons why. Alright, so we're getting to that point in the game where I can consider start player, I can consider not getting fence blocked with pretty high priority now. Yeah, Agrippina might be thinking about just buy the sheep with fence deliveryman, and that's also totally reasonable. Totally fine. But to not take the 3 sheep when now Agrippina's taking the 2 boar, I think that could be a mistake. But, you know, nothing's certain. 2 grain and veg and sow bake would be amazing for me, but, I mean, this grain... Oops. It's kind of for later, but I also need to make sure I get it. Kimball can easily start player with Sawmill, but might be saving that for later. Kimball plays Trees for the Citizens. On growth. Of course. That's what you build a 4th room for, to grow in. Duh. Oh, and it has to play that before Sawmill anyway. So yep, works pretty well. Malingo gets another food action. And the 3 stone is still there too. I mean, I don't really mind the food situation loosening up here. Agrippina taking a veg is a bit unfortunate. Oh, it does work with Sawmill? Okay, I didn't know. Do I sow bake here? Yeah, it buys me the field. Wait, no. I should sow bake less. I'll take a 4 food action. So the lab is quite nice for hitting Scrounger. Yes, it is gross. Kimball's having a very good game, but no fields. And hopefully that ends up mattering. He already said he's not getting Constable. So I think there's enough going for me. That's a great zipper maker round. I don't really have a reason I'm going traveling over fishing every time. But I feel like it's right. So... Let's grow! Yay! So with Scrounger, yeah, so before you make your final payment for like a renovation or something, you take Alchemist Slab and then you do the reno. Kimball gets a plow in. This gluten baker's needs to come in soon. Malingo's just building a clay room here. That makes sense. There's not much else to do. I do need one more plow to get that Constable. If I fence 6 spaces. Agricola is starting with muddy land. Agricola is getting fences. Has the food. Wonder what Agricola is gonna do. I should fence here. I can always cover up the spaces with stables in the end, but getting the animal tempo is going to be amazing. Malingo did build 2 stables, so it's probably eyeing the 2 cows, but this puts some pressure on it and gives me the 2 sheep, 2 boar chances next round. Kimball takes Reedstone. Definitely a fine move on the path to renovating. And keeping Basket Maker's Workshop going, or just taking Alchemist Slab. I want 2 stone for purposes of Scrounger and Stone Chimney. My instinct is that I'm getting Plowsoat next round. Which means it's probably my only sow action. Also, if I don't get Plowsoat, I can just start for it. Malingo's gonna want a fence action. Kimball's gonna fence in 13, so I really have to hope that Malingo's going for Reno fence. Or take 4 wood extremely aggressively. Whoa! Oh, okay. Things make a tiny bit more sense now. Early benefactor, yeah, it's not easy with what you got there. I think just 5 food here, take it from the game. People's feeding is fine. This makes my wood action a lot less contested if there's 2 3-wood spots. Kimball takes the fish. I am interested in it, KLJ. I have 5 actions next round, though, so I think I'll be okay. Malingo and Agrippina are both going to be close to capacity, animal-wise, so... Also, why would I want animal when I have this Amazon in my hand? Alright, so Agrippina's going on Plauso, and Constable bailout. Yeah, you're right. I'm probably not playing quite as aggressively as I need to, but I think the wood is actually the highest priority, to the point where I'm actually going to take 3 wood here. So with this wood now, I can build 3 stables. It depends on, well, Kimball does plow. It depends on where start player lands also. Malingo's starting with wild breeding to get a boar here. A boar that you can't hold? That means I'm gonna fence. Or I take 2 boar first. How would Amazon be if it was 1 sheep stage 1 to 2, 1 board stage 3 to 4, 1 cow stage 5 to 6? I think that's a great fix to Amazon. To the point where you can, like, put that in the create a card as Amazon version 2, and I think people would like it. Oh, and Kimball's wrong about Muddyland, as am I for kind of agreeing. So yeah, it looks like animal piles here. Um... Yeah, you are earning channel credits. The channel credits around here get redeemed so rarely. I wonder what people are waiting for. I already have this banked channel credit reward from Enwall that I have to play Card Player next time I see it. Which I'm not looking forward to. I've thought a lot about it. Okay, so Agrippina's gonna plow next round is what that's telling me. I'll take the 3 sheep over the boar. Which gives Kimball this fence action. Yes, it would be a good idea to do that, Marushka. However, we can't really change published cards already. I do think we probably have enough for maybe ever. Crucial animal strategy game to name one of my animals. Okay. 100k VIP. Do I have that? No. I'm not one of those streamers. Don't make me into one of those streamers. Oh, and did Malingo do start player for Plow, given that it's 2 fields instead of 1? Looking at this Sobake, it's still unclear. Both are good for him. I should get a So by the end of the game here, but it looks like I'll be okay. To just get it in round 14 really late, possibly. Here come the pigs. Alright, and I am pretty required to do 3 stables, I think. Next round. Kimball does not take the cow. Kimball... Alchemist Lab. To threaten stables. Meaning I have to stable first? I don't even know what that is, Rilo. I'm happy on, like, cheap grocery store ground coffee, so... I could set up a bacon fund. Why didn't they make a stone guild? There actually is one in the G deck, Stonecutter's Hall, and it's not very good. It costs 2 stone and 3 of another resource. But otherwise works the same way as Basket Maker's Workshop. Cow's there for me. Malingo could also need Reno Fence. Kimball Oxa Stone Curator. Oh, gosh, that's really good, huh? 2 there, 3, 4-point Stone Curator. This lab really is a gift to Kimball. I need to take this food. kind of expect Malingo to take Reed and 3 grain with the last 2 moves here. But it's wood. Okay. Reno isn't actually threatened. Fencing only by me is threatened. I could play Gluten Baker here. A veg is pretty underwhelming given what I'm going to be eating. I'm going to be building 3 stables and then plow driver-ing. Kinda sucks to eat animals. It's just net more food. I'll figure the rest out later. I think I eat everything except 1 of each. Gives me 7 food up to 9. Because the veg is gluten baking. So my round is gluten baker. So stables, gluten baker, so Lord. Stone chimney in a perfect world. That's a lot to ask. I do need the sow before Lord of the Manor, because right now my Lord is only 2. Malingo is for plow sow instead of double plow, which I guess makes enough sense. So maybe gluten baker is more important than anything else here. Kimball just goes straight for 3 reed. I guess has an improvement still. Nobody's really a threat to Sobake. It gives Agrippina a point in 3 food. The food really isn't a big deal. Agrippina has 1 cow, 1 pig extra already. Though I guess that's 1 cow, 1 pig, 2 grain. That's 7 food. Yeah, so I think Agrippina has enough to feed without baking, which means it's a 1-point move. Not sure what else they can do, though, besides grow without room. Or are we winning? I think so. If I can get gluten and lord and sow, then I will win. Kimball might be going for one of each animal. Because if Kimball takes sheep first... Malingo holding out on fencing this long, I mean, is fine, but the likelihood you get the sheep keeps going down. Am I playing more after this? I don't think so. I usually stick to 1 stream game a day. So, I mean, technically I might be playing more, but it won't be on stream. Probably not getting 2 ox? Yeah, I agree. Oh, and Sobake is taken. I guess that's pretty bad for me. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Fofo. I'm glad there's one reasonable person in my chat. Kimball goes for grow. Yeah, and the bright side is I only need 1. I mean, Lord of the Manor is still a 2-pointer action. So, well, is it even? I have 11 food after harvesting my veg. I cannot turn the grain to food even 1-to-1. So I would actually need another food action. So maybe Lord is just a 1-pointer. And so I can take a cow or something else disruptive. Why imagine that? Very funny, very funny. Yeah, I mean, if there's a demand for streaming longer, less often, I would do that too. But I think generally right now it's like 5 or 6 days a week for me, overall. Alright, so... I am down to 1-point moves. 2 grain is a 1-point move. It's a 2-point move for Malingo. Wow, good thing I played Planner Box. Good thing I used Planner Box. I mean, in terms of like overall miners, yeah, that part's fine, but Kimball is renoing Sawmill, right? Not needing like a 6 clay action's not great for the person with all the guilds. So these 3 points. The boar's still there for a point. Both improvement spots still open, so take a bit of a risk there. Oh, but Kimball's renovating anyway, so. Oh, actually, Sawmill doesn't actually help because it removes a Stone Curator point. Children's Playground, that's more reasonable. I'm glad I have you here to explain why all my plays are good, KLJ. I really appreciate it. I can move the cow out of the house. Well, sad to not hit Lord of the Manor, but this should be 50 plus 54-ish for me. I mean, I'm spreading out these bonus points pretty wide. There's quite a lot there. Might as well take start, just to be sure the game ends correctly. House cow, best cow? I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, so harvest this, get a point and a veg, get a boar bread, eat a veg for 3. $38. 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4. So that's 10, 14, 18. Put your channel credits where your mouth is. First animal I hold next game is called Joe. You got it, Murdushka. Joe. I'll have to remember that, but y'all can help me with that. So it's an Agricola stream, 10 a.m. tomorrow, most likely. I'm going to check my texts here in case Terra Mystica is tomorrow morning instead. But I think it's not. Yeah, it looks like Terra Mystica is most likely Sunday afternoon, but I'll try to update tomorrow. Alright, thanks Blowpole. Yeah, I try to start the stream like 10 minutes early and put up the waiting screen so that like the notification has time to like get around to everyone in time. I'll really try not to eat Joe. Yeah, of course streamed one. Yeah, not I won't like name it Joe to myself and like do whatever with it, and then yeah, that's not how this works. Suspect feeding, yeah, because I really wanted the veg to turn into points. So yes, most likely Agricola tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, and that's all I've got for today. Thanks all for the acceptance of this nice background music here. Yes, of course I announced the name in game chat. When have I not announced the animal name in game chat? No, 1,500 credits is to, like, smack talk on your behalf. I guess I can clarify that. But, you know, if you want to trash talk Kimball pretending it's me saying it, you know, that's 1,500 credits. But happy to do that for the credits. So background music might be here to stay. I would be very happy with that. Thanks all for hanging out. It's been a fun time. I will see you all tomorrow or in the next stream. Take care, everyone.